And we are live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Welcome to the early morning ride with SouFLoTV. Everybody, it's your host with the most. Let me start out by shouting out all the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to my people coming in from work. Extra special big up and shout out to the people who work two jobs. I honor and respect you. Shout out to the cab drivers, truck drivers, all the Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, all the drivers out on the road. Shout out to the stay-at-home moms and pops, the entrepreneurs. Shout out to every single good, clean-hearted, hard-working individual who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Manners and respect to you. Big up yourself. Coming at the place. Shout out, shout out, shout out. All right, sir. So the name of this one this morning is Dumping Ground Jamaica. Because a lot of people are under the impression that we are all for deportation. And we are not. We are for deportation of a certain type of people. But there are stipulations as well, and we're going to talk about those this morning. Hey, don't forget, for those of you, the show is going to be roughly an hour long. So for some of you are going to be going to work, and when you catch up at the people in workplace, we know so you can't tune in because you have to clock in and do your thing. So thank you for being here from now, and have a wonderful day. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for those of you who are going to cut out early. For those who are going to stay the entire ride, the plane is taking off right now. Somebody said, if a girl not up to date, we deport them. I had to laugh. We are Jamaicans. We take serious thing, make joke. Could you imagine if the deportee plane was landing or taking off and they actually played that song? For those of you who know dancehall music, if a girl not up to date, we deport them. Can't keep up with the trends, we report them. If one of them are going with Mr. Brother, you have no behavior, you know, because right now, I was so serious before, me laughed till my belly hurt me. If they play that on the plane, right, the plane would have pop up, but that plane will be going nowhere. The man them would have said, I want to take man for a beer madness, unless they had everybody shackled on the plane, right? Our Richie Spice. Our Richie Spice, they plane land. Yes, they plane land. Our Elephant Man, signal the plane, make we signal the plane. Anyhow, moving right along this morning. So, Jamaica, the dumping ground. Let's talk about how they are extracting the brightest minds out of Jamaica and they are returning the criminals to Jamaica, contributing to the whole brain drain and at the same time the destabilization of. Want to think about that? So there are always incentives available. Always incentives available from the same people who are bringing criminals back in. Those same people have incentives that takes the brightest minds out. When the system them take Jamaica for fool, for idiot. Listen, and on one hand, I can't even argue with them because I would hate to be in a position where I study hard, I excel intellectually, I am a hopeful person, and then I am limited because I'm stuck in a country where there are so many limits to me accomplishing my dreams and fulfilling my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I would start to feel desperate, so I would definitely be one of them to take the opportunity. For instance, Canada and England recently, within about a month or two, recently took a whole bunch of RNs out of Jamaica, registered nurses and school teachers with bachelor's or master's degrees out of Jamaica. Now they took away these people and then give us back people who they call criminals. So I'm saying to myself, Jamaica is a dumping ground. It is the dumping ground for criminals, and it is the point where they extract the brightest minds out of the country. Brain drain. And what happens to a brain drain society? When you go there and you see, when you see over time, continuing this practice, what we end up seeing is what we're seeing now. A group of people who majority of them cannot even have a discussion where they see different points of views and they don't disrespect each other. As simple as that. Don't you see how Jamaicans are now, majority of them? If you're having a discussion with them and you see things from a different angle. Yo, I feel like I try this, me, you know. Or them send you up under your mother. Or like there is no skills for reasoning and problem solving. And this is because they're draining the country of the brightest minds. And they're putting in all the criminals. Now, here's my thing. One of the biggest things that I don't like is, I come with my pen and paper this morning, so I have some talking points. Stop advertising when a plane is coming and how many are on it. You are putting a bullseye on the back of those people that are arriving. It's a setup. I set up the people them. You hear what I just said? Stop advertising when a plane is coming and how many people are on it. Why does it have to be a big media fiasco? They know very well what they're doing. Let me give you an example. It's that old divide and conquer stuff. The police does it as well, especially in the US. So have you ever watched the show First 48? And they tell a witness, come talk to me in private. This witness is from the neighborhood, saw the crime take place. They put this little thin blurry stuff over that so-called witness face as they sit in a room and tell everything. Yep, I saw John. Everybody around here know him as John. He had on a red shirt and he stood over the guy and he fired 7 bullets. Listen, I or you may not know who John is, but every single person that knows John from that neighborhood knows. There are distinctive marks on all of us. Somebody is sitting there who knows him and is watching, is a setup, and is watching, and that person says, yo, Big G, ain't that the Jamaican tattoo on John arm? I'm telling you it's him. Listen, the voice, that's him. I don't care if they're not showing his face, right? Next thing will happen is, remember, they're investigating a murder, right? John think he's going to help to clean up his neighborhood, goes and talks to the police, thinks they're going to protect him. They put him on television. He goes back to the neighborhood. Now they have another murder case to resolve because John gets slapped away again. So another person gets slapped away again. Another person is killed. For this time, they call it for snitching. It's a setup. It's a setup. And let me tell you, a lot of these people that are being deported, some of them are telling the people, look, I'm under threat. We've received threats. Family members from mines have been sent back to Jamaica from here already and got killed. Go check. And the word out for my family is none of us better not come back. Guess what they do? They send them back anyways. Send them back anyways. After they told you this, and you can verify this information to be real, they send them back anyways. Do you know that that's against, oh man, I forgot what it's called, but the human rights organizations that have these rules, laws, and regulations, one of them says that you cannot deny anyone asylum if it is proven that the situation that they are fleeing is life-threatening. Anyhow, what's waiting for them when they get off that plane? Because you made this big advertisement, right? Plane is coming, 56 people on it. Oh, no longer 56. Now we're only sending 17. People are preparing. And you got to understand that there are business people in every facet of life, from legal business to illegal business. An illegal businessman that runs his business like a legal business, him having pen and paper and he's taking notes. And he's going to send his assistants down there. So you have gangs that are waiting to recruit. Because here's an easy target. Him not have nowhere to go. No, yo, just sit back and wait, right? And see who family come pick them up and who nobody don't come pick up. And exactly what they did. I'm watching the thing and I see after the people pick up who they had to pick up. Big bold headline. Here are a group of deportees who no one came to meet or no family members came to meet and no friends came to pick them up. That's like, it's like how Jamaican do the state of emergency stuff. They tell a week ahead. All right, so they're going to conduct a lockdown on February 14th. Then put it out in the newspaper from February 1st or 2nd. On February 14th, forces will be moving into St. Anne's Bay and Clarendon to lock down the place due to an increase in crime. So we will be... And I'm saying to myself is, because remember, you know, I did 10 years in the U.S. Army, infantry. So I'm thinking, what is the strategy behind that? I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're going to lock down somewhere else instead of where they just told everybody they're coming to. And then I see they go to the same place they said they were going to go to. You gave every bad man, gunman, criminal, prostitute, whatever is in the area, one whole week to clean up. Find somewhere else to move your badness to until we're done in this area. We'll tell you when we're leaving, and then you can come back into your normal operations. And I think it's the dumbest thing ever, and it's the same thing they do with these flights. When they tell you how many is coming, when the flight is coming, then Jamaican news entity pick it up and tell everybody when the flight's gonna land, camera on everybody that comes off the flight. It's just a big media fiasco. So you have gangs that are waiting to recruit. You have criminals that are waiting to exploit these people. You have human traffickers that are waiting to take advantage. And you have pimps that are waiting to exploit. Is enough girl get deported on their back road at work right now? You hear that? Because when you come off the flight and you don't have nowhere to go and you don't have no food to eat, soon you will realize that rotted. Which part me there? I don't know if I should turn left or right. I don't know this place. And I'm not talking about, and this is where the other part of our conversation picks up. I don't know. So the USA, let's check this out. Did you know that last year, the United States of America and I'm not saying one is better than the other. Last year, the United States of America deported almost 800 Jamaicans. England sending in 17. And it's a big media fiasco. The US neatly sends in 800 for the year. The number is actually 751 for those of you who are going to look it up. The US actually sends in almost 800 for the year and not one media coverage. Did you see it all year on any newspaper? I didn't. So it can be done another way. It can be done quietly without putting a bullseye on these people's back. But I have this inclination that these people want to see something else happen. They want to see something else happen. They want to see when these people land. It's like bait. Throw the bait out there, man, and see where the sharks are going to come from. That's what I feel like. Because why else would you do all that? Now, that leads me to this. Who should not be sent to Jamaica? Plain and simple. If you went to the UK or you went overseas to live as a child, there's no way they should be sending you back to Jamaica. Now, I understand you were born there. And I understand that we can beat this to death, right? When you're there at other people's place, behave yourself. Go there and exploit all the good opportunities they have there and all these things. right? You know how them laws work already. It might not be in your favor and it's not fair, but a for them law and it's their country, so behave yourself. We know that. We get to that point. We understand that. Not everybody's going to behave themselves, though. Some of these people are actually raised in that foreign system to the point where they mentally have no connection with Jamaica at all. Some of them are just finding out their legal status when it's time to be deported or when they are arrested, which lead to the deportation. Only after they get in trouble, they're realizing, oh, so you mean like I'm not safe here? Like, they can send me to go somewhere else? Like, really? Yeah, you're getting deported, mate. What? How? I'm British. No, you're not. You came here at 4 years old. You're Jamaican. There was a guy there that went to the UK at 4. Is it 4 or 3? And had never been back to Jamaica. And I think he is 25. What is he going to Jamaica to do? And this guy is telling them that he has no family in Jamaica. He has no known relatives. If you read the article in the Observer and the Star, the youth said, well, it was the Guardian that first brought it and another paper. The youth said, I have nobody in Jamaica. He's the one that actually said he had one living relative in Jamaica, and that one living relative also was deported from the UK 2 years ago or something, and he got killed pretty much as soon as he got there. And that's the same person who I'm telling you that the warning was sent out for their family. No better to come back down here. The youth said, I would rather die in the UK than to go back to Jamaica, because at least I know that my family will know my whereabouts and give me a proper burial, and they'll be able to come to my funeral. But if you send me to Jamaica like this, when I get out that airport, I won't know where to turn, if I should go left or right. I don't know the place. The only thing I remember from Jamaica is being taught how to brush my teeth. It is a sick practice that they're doing on purpose. Why would you put a human being in that type of a situation? If your thing is this, look, you came into my house, you're disrespecting my rules, get out. Matter of fact, I'm giving you a ride back to your house. Here, drop you off at your gate, go, right? If that's the case, then just do that. But if you raised this individual, then their birth country is not responsible for them. That young man is more British than anything else. He is not Jamaican. And I hate to say he is not Jamaican, because I hate when people tell me, because I left Jamaica at an early age. But the difference between me and people like this is I am very much in touch with my culture. I am in Jamaica. I'm boots on the ground. I know what goes on. I know how the place moves, right? And I'm able to switch it up. They never came back, ever. Not even for a one-day stay. Not even on a passing ship that came close by the island. And you expect these people to get off the plane and just pick up a life. Where? Gang members are waiting to recruit exactly people like those. It's exactly people like those that are bitter and desperate, and they're put in positions where they have to do things to survive. And then you see the crime rate skyrocketing. And you're wondering, how come a little island like this must have 1,200 people, 1,200, 1,700 and change people being murdered in one 12-month space? Look at what they're doing. They're doing this on purpose. They're doing this on purpose. The brain drain is real, and the destabilization is real. And we cannot sit and act as if, oh, we don't see it. Yes, man, send them back. Now, listen. If you're a big, tough-toned person, right, you're a grown individual, and you left Jamaica, you know very well where to turn when you get out of that airport. You know what outer airport road look like. You know you either coming through Donald Sangsters or you coming through Norman Manley. All right? Now you need to go back. Because you there far enough for fool of yourself. Let somebody else get the opportunity that need it. What Buju Banton said. Send him back, Uncle Sam. Because him dead on a ramp. And enough youth out there want dropping at the camp. Things change. Don't want to say sell life hard. Remember that song there? Why you never send a penny come a yard? You rich, you? You spend the whole night abroad. Squander your money now, you living like dog. Boy get the port come down in a one pants. Broke and have no money but me no response. So, it is their effort. Them wicked narrated. If you have spent more time overseas than you have in Jamaica, you should not be sent back to Jamaica. Simple. Worse, if you were there from childhood, you should not be sent back. Jamaica don't have nothing to do with you. Jamaica did not make this criminal. That criminal was made by that society that raised that child. From 4 to 25 and you never came back to Jamaica, England made you a criminal. You came up through with the criminal elements of that society. Now people have to go on like say, oh, England has no criminals. And I don't care. He's Jamaican. Send him back. No. England full of criminal too. He linked up with criminal elements in England and he was raised that way. So take responsibility for that. Because when we do good, you take responsibility for that. And like my wife was saying, when we run fast or we're really smart, they slap an English tag on us or they slap a US tag on us and say, if you see me in the Olympics running and you see that big British thing, oh, he's representing Britain, he's British. And then you hear somebody say, yo, Calabar, him come from, me used to run with him for about 4 years straight. Good runner, man. I never know say I run for England now. Yeah, say a Jamaican? Yeah, man, a Jamaican. So them must say I'm British. Because him possibly can break a world record or get them a gold medal or represent them well on the world stage and these kind of things. Yeah, but him leave and go England from him little. From school days, you know. Even the ones that left from their grown people. Stop sending them back to Jamaica, man. Because they are not Jamaican. In the sense that, yes, they are Jamaican born. But they are not Jamaican like that. They are British. They became criminals in England. Keep them there. Send back the big tough one, them that came there big and tough. Like myself, yeah. And decide to do foolishness. Them you can send them back. Go back to your, go on back where you come from. Go figure life out and start over again. We don't want you here. Right? But you can't be sending these people. You're sending them to their death. And it is done on purpose. It is a part of the destabilization efforts. You are wrong. It's the law. It's not your country. Listen, I'm not arguing with you about if it's my country or not. My country was raped, pillaged, and plundered and used as a breeding ground when we were not considered human. They used to lock a man in with a woman and tell them for sex and then breed them and then use the children to work their plantations and got their riches off the sugarcane plantation out of Jamaica and the cotton fields and whatever else they planted there and reaped there. So, and not only that, the Queen is still the head of state for Jamaica to this very day. So, nobody come tell me about not my country, nothing. If you want to really tell me it's not my country, then send some real reparations that way and say these are for the offsprings of so-and-so, land a bag of money and some good opportunities, and then we'll call it a day. But you can't come over here, come destabilize my thing, and then open up gates and think we not going to try to get in. We're only trying to get in to get back some opportunities that on a thief way. About it ain't my country. It ain't my country, you're right. But give me back everything that you took and I'll go back on my yard. That's why you hear people say Jamaica nice. But it's nice when it's not nice when you're living in poverty and lacking opportunities to excel. We're human beings too. We as children envision a place in life and time when we can accomplish all our dreams and goals. As we get older, we realize how the card deck is stacked. We realize how things are set up. We realize the destabilization efforts and the brain drain. And we realize the corruption both within our system and outside corruption that is purposely working within our system to help to keep us in a certain place. So let's talk truth now then. See, sometimes I do these shows, right, and I feel like I have to dumb down myself. And I was talking to a brother of mine about 3 days ago. He's actually a lecturer at the University of the West Indies, and we grew up together. His way out was track and field. And he used track and field, and then he got he became a Rhodes Scholar, all these other things. And he came to the US and he got a master's and he did all that, right? This is my childhood friend, where the first fight I actually really had a fight was with him. I'm talking about run down the hill, go eat lunch, little beanie picnic them, run back up the hill. Y'all talk about live right next door to each other. And he said, I said to him, he was saying the same things, and I said, yeah, but you know, so, on that platform that I'm doing, I have to dumb down myself more times and speak in codes. Because, you know, them will come after you. People will kill you if you say certain things. And them say, yeah, man, but them will kill you for nothing too. And I thought about it. I said, maybe I need to start speaking out more, because it's true. If they're going to kill you for saying the truth and they're going to kill you for saying nothing, you might as well dead for something, don't it? Now, I'm not moving with the energy of death. I'm moving with life, and I'm promoting life. But I'm just saying, we have to look at this monster with its 7 heads. We can't just look on the monster and look at one head. In other words, we can't have blinders on under your country. They're right. No, it's not just shaded. It's not just black and white. There are many shades to this. There are many shades to this. You understand? For the simple fact that a child has no recollection up to a certain point back. And you take that child and raise that child in that society, and then you want to bring us and dump, that's why it's called the dumping ground this morning, and dump that criminal. We gave you that child. We gave you an innocent child. 2.5 decades later, you're bringing back a criminal, and we must just take that criminal there. Some of them are hardened criminals. And I'm not saying every deportee is a criminal, because some people just overstay, got caught, because they said, damn, you know what? May I try make a thing happen, yes, sir. And they got caught. Who can blame them for trying? You know how hard it is for some people to get a visa out of Jamaica? It's not like they let everybody through. And go on, man, if you can't make it, you make it, you know? And then remember if you come back and come help somebody else and build up the place. And it's not that clean cut for us. Some people have been applying for years and years, and these are progressive, productive people who wouldn't mash ants when they come here but work hard, because they've done that their whole lives and they still can't get one. So here we go. This is their contribution to burdening. Turn my lights back on. They're burdening and destabilizing the island. Desperate people with no connections to the island. If you fling me down into somewhere where I am forced to do everything to survive, every and anything to survive. There's a documentary on YouTube. I don't know what the name is right now, but it has a girl with dreads, and she's very like man-like. And she's telling a story of how many girls and guys they turn out when they come to Jamaica because they come back with no place to stay, no food to eat. These are the basic things in life that everybody hopes to have. At least a safe place to lay your head at night and some food to eat when you're hungry. Them two something there and some clothes on your back. Food, clothes, and shelter. Basic things. These are basics. And when you put a person in a position to where these things are threatened, they will do anything. Well, food, clothes, and shelter, and sex too. But we'll leave that for a whole nother discussion. So anyhow, what they should do with the money, intake center. Okay, check it. There's a rumor going around, and I say a rumor because everybody know how I do my thing. I don't like to be the one who people say, SouFlo said it, and then it never goes so. So I've been searching for about 2 years now. And I've made calls to Jamaica, people in government. No one is willing to answer this question. And no one who claims they know are able to point me in a direction where I can see proof. It is said that the Jamaican government is getting a whole lot of money per deportee. I even saw in print where it is £20,000 per head, right? So whatever I'm gonna say right now, yes, everybody is saying they are. But how do you feel by saying they are, but you don't have any proof that they are? Where is the proof? Point me to the proof so I can talk up some things for you. They are. But where's the proof? I want to see the proof. Because when we can see the proof, right, is when we can have a real discussion. Now, I'm supposing that they are. And the money is going, like somebody just said, into Andrew pocket and all the other politicians that are involved in that. If it is true, my disclaimer, if it is true that they are getting this money, they are wicked. But we know some of them wicked already. Anyhow, what they should do with that money, because then we wouldn't have a problem taking back whoever they're sending back and putting on the headline of their newspapers, criminals. Plane load of criminals heading for Jamaica, causing everybody in Jamaica to be all paranoid. Lord God, them I send back the worst. On some 300 years of prison time doled out to these 17 alone in combination or combined. People are like, God Almighty, what them do? 300-year worth of prison time, and that them people them I send back compound with? No man. And then they put murder, rape, manslaughter, grievous, what is something named GBH, grievous bodily harm. That I did a video yesterday and I had about 100 people saying SouFlo, GBH is grievous bodily harm. At the time when I was doing the video, I wasn't thinking and I was trying to multitask in my brain. And you know them say man, no multitask too good. So GBH couldn't come to me and I didn't have time to look it up. So thank you. Like I said, you learn from me, I learn from you. We uplift each other. That's what this platform is for, right? So now me know, so GBH, grievous bodily harm, is that, what GBH means. They put this stuff on the headline. Everybody in Jamaica panicking. All right, they're getting this money. I read somewhere, and then there was a lady on video that was speaking about it from the UK, but I read somewhere that it's £20,000 per person. But this £20,000 was under a deal. And in this deal, they were supposed to set up a reintegration program for these people that were coming back into the country. Yes, a contract. They're not doing any of that. If you notice, the people them drag them bag and they go right through processing, take them up to Ammon Barracks, process them, and let's let them go into the streets. If somebody come pick you up, you're lucky. If nobody come pick you up, good luck to you. Hopefully, you end up somewhere safe. Hopefully. What should be going on, because you know people always say, oh, you do them video here and you always talk about the problem, but me not hear you talk about no solution, because enough of them don't stay on the video long enough to hear solutions. So now I'm going to talk about solutions. I'm going to talk about what they should do with the money that they are getting. All right. Just like when we talk about crime and violence, and I end the videos by talking about what should be done to make the place safer, to make sure so them I catch the right people, and then implement certain things that I see being used in other societies that is very effective in bringing crime and violence to almost a halt. What they should do with this money for these people that are coming back into the country. All right. Open up a processing center. And I said this before, everybody should be detained once they come into the island. Some people don't like that. Them say you're wicked in a dog because the man them done do them time over so already. I said detained. I never said imprisoned. Listen to the talk. They need to be detained as soon as they come into the island. Make a processing center, not a prison. A processing center. And in that processing center is where we should do all the medical stuff. We need blood work. We need testings. Testing to find out what you have. A lot of people are coming in with sickness right now, right? They have this whole, let's play their game for a minute. Oh, coronavirus, big scare. Do you think that the UK checked out these people that they just sent in and made sure that not one of them have the coronavirus signs or symptoms off before they just sent them on a plane to Jamaica? Do you think? No. So here's another way that communicable diseases could be brought into the country. Do they care? No. Go and infect the entire population. It came in on a flight from England. That type of stuff. So we need a processing center. All medical stuff is done in this processing center. This is going to get very deep. Check this out. Blood work. Testing. Other blood testing. You have gonorrhea. You have syphilis. You have AIDS. What do you have? We need a record. All right? Paperwork review. Oh, you just came. Oh, so you were only staying over there because you overstayed. All right, man, you're good. Here what? You want to take a part in the reintegration program? All right, we reintegrate you back in. Oh, you commit murder and found guilty and been locked up for the last 10 years and them just let you out of one prison cell just so, put you on plane and send you here? You're going to have to sit here for a minute, okay? Because you're definitely going to have to go through the reintegration program. This is not just medical stuff and you let go. Violent criminals separated from those who just basically overstayed or whatever. A part of the DNA database establishment, DNA collection. That should be happening right here. Then, this is where we begin the tracking process. You have to track them. I think everyone who was deported that was brought back into the country needs to be tracked. Now, I'm not saying you have to put an ankle monitor on them and all that, but you need to be tracking their whereabouts. Just like how in the United States of America, a probation officer or parole board or whoever is able to track an individual you're not at your last known address on record, we put out an APB on you. You're going to be picked up somewhere in a traffic stop somewhere or something, or you have to report to this place by so-and-so and update us. You have 2 days to update us, 48 hours to update us on your new change of address, that kind of stuff. So here we have on paper, he came in, he was HIV positive, a violent criminal. It shows here that he was on psych medication while he was incarcerated in the UK. And people are going to say, but wait, him have serious mental issues. He did up on psych medication and all these things. So we can't just have him let go in our society like this. He's institutionalized, prison-wise. His crime is violent in nature. He has psychological issues documented. He's off the medications because England don't send them back with a lifetime supply of mad people medication. They just send them back. So now you have this person that's off their medication, listen, and you finding a little girl missing. She was found, her whole head cut off, body spread out. One big long piece of bamboo, they actually chopped it down and ram it way up in her and all these things. And we're sitting here saying, mad people do them something here. Well, you're not checking who is coming in, and you're taking everybody in because they're paying you 20 grand a head, and we suffer. So the processing center, the end result of the processing center, we begin the tracking, and then they should establish what is called that's why I said it should be a tracking center, not a prison. Barracks style living for the first year for those who come in with no place to go. That will be the end result. Barracks style living. I don't know who Free YNW Melly is, but check this out. Give me a second, people. All right. Bye. So here we go. The end result should be barrack style living, right? In this place, you have bunks and lockers and a work program in the same building. So what we're going to do now is, this is for those who nobody never came to pick them up. They don't know where they're going, because them are fling out the people them, and they know they have nowhere to go. And in this barrack style living place, you will have true reintegration where they relearn the laws, the rules, the regulations, customs and culture of the society and all these things. It's like them are go to school every day. And skilled trade or something is taught in there. And at the end of that first year, assisted with a job placement. I don't care if you want to turn garbage man with the country need cleanup. It's an honorable job. Somebody has to, it's a noble job. Someone has to do it. Ride on the back of a garbage truck until you start learning to drive one. Who knows? You might end up owning your own garbage company one day. Your own sanitation plant. But through this program, through the barrack style living, through the reintegration program, job placement, then assisted living, assist them with housing and finding a job, and then let them go into the society. And listen to me, if Jamaica is collecting £20,000 per person, that is enough money to do exactly what I just said without burdening the people of Jamaica with some mad people running around who is off their psych medication that just did 10 years in a UK prison or a US prison. Have you ever watched the videos of how these prisons are ran? You ever see the inside of these prisons? Have you ever seen when they lock these people down and treat them like animals? Have you ever seen how they literally lose their minds on camera for us? You got people pooping in their hand and slinging it at the walls and slinging it at the windows and smearing it all over the place. I see one man in a cell and they said, come to the door and put your hands through so we can shackle your hands, right? Because they was going to extract him out of his cell. He said, nah, you're going to work for your money today. Send in the CERT team, I don't care. The man doodle and take him own doodle and rub it all over himself. This lockdown is a mad place. You in prison doing hard time, all kinds of madness going behind that wall. Right? And now here's a CERT team that's going in to get this man, but he's covered from head to toe in his poop. And they got to go in there and get him. This is a mad person. You hear me? And this is the type of person now that you're going to let this guy go. You know he's not from here, right? We've had him here too long. Anyways, send him back to where he was born at. Immigration rights allow us to do so. Immigration laws allow us to do so. Oh, he was born in Jamaica? Okay, send him back. Put him on a plane. Let's go. Deport him. And this person went from yesterday being beaten down in a cell, extracted, hosed down with a big heavy hose. His mind frame ain't right. And now he's on a flight to Jamaica. You think he's going to just fall into place in society when he hits the island? Oh, good morning, everybody. How are you doing? I'm here. Ready to start my new life. No, he's going to go through some issues. And we are going to be the ones bearing the brunt of the issues. Patrima Gilbert, thank you. Yes, agree. Would be good idea. Yes. The reintegration center is the tip of the iceberg for me. So, if it is true, and like I said, but you see how many disclaimers, because I don't want nobody. I tell you people this, man. When this channel had like, and I keep saying it, when this channel had like 1,000, 2,000 subscribers, nobody cared what I said. After the channel really started to grow, I started getting emails and phone calls. And people demanding an explanation as to why did you say this? Well, why did you put it like that? And I have to be able to back myself up. That's why I run this on credibility. That's why my disclaimers come out. If it is true that they are getting this money, because they could very well not be, and it's just a rumor, clearing myself up. If it is true, and you know what? When I go to Jamaica, and I tell people this too, when I go to Jamaica, I walk around everywhere. People see me, and everywhere I go, police stop me on the road. I've never been stopped so much in my life. Police stop me on the road, like every time I drive off, I'm stopped. I never get any kind of bad face or bad feelings or move on, go boy. Even some of the people, they'll joke and they'll be like, so how come my boy, they say you can't come back to Jamaica again? Yeah, you done at SouFlo, big up yourself, man. Or I'm walking somewhere and I hear, yo, SouFlo, wagwan, brother, you there? That kind of stuff. Police pull me over. What, SouFlo, you're up on the island, man. What, everything all right? That kind of stuff. And I'd like to keep it that way. And the only way I can do that is through credibility. Because if may I tell the truth, even if it sounds bad, the people that I'm telling it on, they know that it's the truth. So when they see me, what more can they say? Well, you tell the truth, pa me, I mean, I like it. Hey, I told the truth. Right? So, I like to keep the thing clean. So, if it is true that they are getting this money, then this is what I think they should be doing with the money. This would take a whole lot of burden off the society. We can no longer sit by and be like, oh, just deport them, just deport them, just deport them. We overseas talking about just deport them, and then nothing we're afraid to go back home because everything is connected. You sending home some crazy people. They're not getting their proper medication. They're not being tracked and monitored. You don't know where them into. They out, you sending home some desperate people. They've had to be living desperately and staying in survival mode constantly and doing crazy things to survive. The crime rate and the killing is just spiraling out of control. And in the comfort of foreign, we're good. Oh, I live in Florida, way out in a one place by the beach. I can leave my door open and walk all around and come back and nobody run in my house. I fall asleep with the key in my door. Yeah. Well, I actually been to Jamaica. No, so I'm afraid. I'm not going there. that's your birthland too, right? But you're afraid. Because you're not trying to be a part of the solution. And people don't understand that a part of the solution does not mean all of us have to go grab up somebody and do something physically like that. A part of the solution is creating a platform to be heard and voicing some constructive-ish. That's a part of the solution. Who want to listen, I go listen. Who don't want to listen, I saw. We're putting it out there and thousands of people are hearing it. Hundreds of thousands of people are hearing it. Right? Somebody says the law enforcement of King City campus on Ontario, Canada. Shout out to my Canadian family. Shout out to my British family. I see y'all all here. Shout out to, of course, shout out to my US family. I have some there. Shout out to my Floridians. It's a beautiful day in Florida today. Yesterday was like summertime. 85 degrees. And we're right by the beach. Now listen. It pains my heart, man, because I'm a Jamaican to the bone. Like, you see, when I go to Jamaica, people, I want my food cooked outside on wood fire. I want my food have to cook in the big Dutch pot. Yeah? I will sit down and we take off our shoes and we live good life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be scared to go there. And I'm over here acting like this is mine. Next thing, anything could happen. Them fling me out too. And I will say this again. I don't care if you have citizenship. Okay? If you have citizenship, of course, it's a bit more difficult to deport you. We know that. Some people are asking, let's clear that one up. Why them go foreign and do this so long and just never file for them citizenship? Not everybody qualifies. That's the answer. Not everybody qualifies. Some of these people did try to become citizens. They didn't qualify. But you're there upon a green card, or in the UK they call it your permanent stay or something like that. Not everybody qualifies. And that's the reason why. So gaining citizenship in a foreign country is a process within itself. And you have to be vetted. All kind of background check going, all kind of information have to be submitted and all that. You don't just come and say, okay, I've had my permanent stay for a while now. I'm ready to be citizen, make me citizen, and them just issue you citizenship. It doesn't work like that. So a lot of these people didn't qualify in the first place. That's why. So I hope that answers that for some of y'all. Let me say this. I told you it was going to be a 1 hour show. We have 6 minutes left. I am comfortable in foreign, but I'm comfortable in a place that I know is not mine. That makes sense to you? Patricia Gilbert, true, must have a plan in place. Yes, that's what I'm going to talk about now. I am comfortable in foreign, but I'm comfortable in a place that ain't mine. And I'm not going to be one of them people that's hooked upon, well, me have my citizenship from me, I pick me, I'm there from a long time, and I've never broken any law or done anything, but I get you. I understand all that. But there's one place in the world that I know that nobody can fling me out of. They can't pack my bags and tell me to leave. And it's the only place in the world where wherever I go in the world, they can fling me to that one place. Make sure you're investing in where you come from. And I'm not speaking just only of Jamaica, because some people depend here that come from other Caribbean islands as well. This problem is not just a Jamaican problem. This affects the entire Caribbean diaspora. And because Jamaica is a part of the Caribbean, and I am Jamaican, I say Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica a lot. But my Caribbean family should understand that I'm talking to all of us. Yes? All right, because someone like to go on like say, this island better than that island, and this not affect that. We're all one people. We're all one people. The boat, they stop over there, so and drop some of you off here and drop some of you people there and some of you there. And some of y'all might cook this food this way and call it a different name. And over here, so we cook it this way and call it a different name. We name the same food. We pretty much practice the same cultures, customs, all that. And we are the same people. All right? So, make sure you're investing in where you come from. Don't make it reach you and you're one of those people. Enough people feel like it can't happen to them. But life has taught me that it's the things that we think cannot happen that usually do happen. That is why we have surprises. And then we're left in a position where we're like, oh, hell no, rotted. Like, what am I going to do now when you've known this all these years? Me not make that reach me. Make sure you're investing in where you come from. Next thing you need to do is make sure you visit where you come from. Visit where you come from. Stop staying away. Some people stay away for all 20 years. How do y'all do that? I can understand if your paper's not straight and you know me, I say you're in a position and you have to go and hold it till things straighten out, because enough of we people them do that still. And then end up helping a whole lot more of us into the positions we are in today. Real talk. But if your paper is straight, visit where you come from. Touch down upon the ground. Find out what really are going. Catch the vibe. I'll be honest with you. I'll be 100% honest with you. You see, when I'm in Jamaica, I don't watch the news. I don't read news. I stay off social media. And it feels like I'm in heaven on earth. It feels like I'm in paradise. Me no see nothing a go on. And I'm out and everywhere. When I leave Jamaica, as soon as I leave, I hit social media up. And I hit up all the news sites, and that's when I'm like, whoa, oh damn, this happened? Like, but I was just right there. You know what I'm saying? So my message is this. When you're on the outside looking in, it gets scary. If you know what going on the ground, you can deal with it better. When I'm there, and because I'm there all the time, I know how to move, and I know the place, and I know the culture, I know the customs, I know, you know what to do. So I'm not frightened. But for those of you who are staying away too long, I could see why you're frightened. So get to know it. Visit. If you're afraid to visit, I've said this before. If you're afraid to visit, we've come down to less than a minute on the show. Thank everybody for being here. If you're afraid to visit, right? Go and go take a small vacation. Go real quick, really quickly. Do a weekend. Go into an all-inclusive. Peep out of the window them. Look over the wall. Eventually, you're going to go outside. The next time you do it, venture out a little bit. Go to the food place down the street. You're going to be so damn surprised to see all these foreigners walking around in Jamaica carefree as ever. And nobody knows that they're foreign, well, except for white people, but them go everywhere too. I'm surprised now to see the places that I see them in. I never thought I would see a group of tourists way up in the hills of Clarendon and these places. I'm used to seeing these people in like Montego Bay area, Ocho Rios area. They're everywhere and they're not afraid. So don't make it scare you. All right. Manners and respect, people. Big up on yourself. Bless up. Keep it positive. Love yourself. Love your people. Love your culture. Don't forget your roots. For sure. All right. Because a tree without roots is what? All right. Bless up. All right. And everybody, I see you. The lights are going out just on time. Have a good day. One love. And we'll catch you tomorrow morning when we do that. It's the freaking weekend shout out. Peace and blessings.